Hello everyone, my name is Chevy. I live in Cape Town and I will be your English teacher today. Today we will learn 8 different topics we can talk about to introduce ourselves. Now, when you meet someone, before you introduce yourself, you normally greet them. So we will talk a bit about greetings. Greetings can be formal or informal. Formal greetings are used to talk to someone who you don't know very well, like a stranger, or as a sign of respect, like someone older than you or a teacher. And informal greetings are used for a friend or someone you know very well, family member, for example. A formal way to greet someone is to say hello. And you can also say good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on what time of day it is. And then to say goodbye, you say goodbye. And you can also ask them, how are you? Okay, informal greetings, you can simply say hi or hey. Another way to say how are you is what's up or how are you doing. That's much more informal. A good first step to introduce yourself is to say your name. So, to say your name, you can say I am or I'm, followed by your name. So I'm Chevy. My name is, which can be shortened simply to my names, like my name's Chevy. Or if you are speaking on the phone, for example, you can say this is Chevy, or simply it's Chevy. The next thing we normally do is tell someone our age. So in English, you would say it like this. I am or I'm your age, so I've written 23 years old. Or you can simply leave out the years old and you can say I'm or I am the age, so 23. A common mistake I see with students is to say I have so-and-so years. That is incorrect. You can't say that. You must say I am or I'm the number years old. Let's say you are 18, but it's going to be your birthday very soon. So you can say, my birthday is on, and you say the month. For example, 12th of, you must say of June, or April, or May, whatever month it is. Then you can say, I will be the number years old. But years old is optional. Now we will talk about location, or place. Let's have a look. To start, you can say where you're from. Hope you can see. Okay. I am or I'm from, and then the place name. For example, I'm from London. Now, if you want to say where you are from, another way to describe it is using an adjective. For example, I'm British. I am from London, therefore I'm British. I am from France. I'm French. Or I'm from China. I'm Chinese. If you come from somewhere really far away, like, I don't know, let's say Australia, you can say, I come from. That implies it's far, far away. I come from Australia, for example. You can also say where you were born. I was born in England, let's say, and I grew up in. I grew up, or another way to say this, I was raised, means the same thing. I grew up in, or I was raised. If you were born in one place, but now live somewhere else, you can say, I was born in a place, for example, France, but now live in, let's say, Spain. Let's look at some more examples. You can say, I grew up in London, but now live in Cape Town. That's true for me. Or, I'm originally from Paris, but now live in, what did I write? Madrid. Okay, that's lots of different ways to say where you are from. Okay, now let's talk about work or studies. So some of you might have a job, some of you might be students, Some of you might be both. Let's see, how would we say that? So, if you work, you can say, I work at or for a certain company. So if you work in a company, you must say, I work at or for the company. For example, Google. You can also talk about the general area. I work in a general area. For example, I've written marketing. I work in marketing. To describe the specific position you work as, your position, so that means if you are, let's say, a waiter or a manager, you say, I work as a manager or waiter. Or I've written here, a teacher. Or you can simply say, I am or I'm a, and then say the position. A waiter. I am a waiter. That's work. Let's say you're a student. To talk about studying, if you're at university, for example, like a lot of you, you can say, I study or I am studying, followed by the subject. For example, maths. You can say, if you are doing a graduate degree, undergraduate, or that's the first degree, or postgraduate, a second degree. You can say, I am a, the subject, graduate, undergraduate, or postgraduate. For example, I am a business graduate. You can say, to talk about which degree you have, I have a bachelor's type of degree in the subject. For example, in history. Lastly, to talk about which year of studies you are in, you can say, I am or I'm in my first, second, third, fourth, however many years, year. I am in my year. If you are about to finish studying, you can say, I am about to graduate next year, next month, whenever it is. There, I'll hold it so you can see it clearly. Now, of course, we have to talk about our family when we introduce ourselves. How can we not? So, to start off simply, you can just describe who is in your family. I have a, you can say brother, sister, mum, dad, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa. I have a. If there's more, 2, 3, 4, you say I have, number, 2, 3, 4, brothers or sisters. For example, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. We use the word siblings to talk about brothers and sisters together. One word, brothers and sisters. If you have both, can be siblings. For example, I have 4 siblings. Maybe 2 are boys, 2 are girls. And then, if you have no siblings, no brothers or sisters, you can say, I am an only child. 1. I am an only child. Now, the last thing that I hear a lot, which is a common mistake, is people say, we are 5, 4, 3, we are so and so people in my family. Incorrect. Better to say, you must say, there are. Okay, there are 3, 4, 5 people in my family. Okay, not we are, but there are. Okay, now here's a fun one. Let's talk about our hobbies, things we like to do. So, to describe your hobbies, you can say, I like, or I really like, if it's a lot. I like the activity. For example, running, cooking, swimming, eating, whatever it is. But it must end with ing. I like something, running, cooking. You can also say, I like to. I like to run. I like to cook. I like to swim. And then we don't have an ing. But don't worry about that now. Another expression is I'm into, or I'm really into. This is informal. It also means I like. I'm into cooking. I'm into watching TV. I'm into eating, like me. And lastly, you can say I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of something. For example, eating or drawing. That means I really like it. These are all the ways to describe your hobbies. Okay, the last thing, number 8, you can add as a bonus when you describe yourself is a fun fact. So this means something interesting or cool or weird about yourself. Here's some examples. You can tell someone a fear or phobia. That means a fear you have, like spiders. Or an interesting skill or talent. For example, playing the piano or another instrument, I don't know. A weird like or dislike. You can say you don't like fish for whatever reason. I don't like fish. Okay. A cool or fun experience that you had. For example, a holiday or somewhere you traveled to. Or lastly, a proud achievement. Something that you achieved that you're really proud of. These are all fun facts to tell someone when you introduce yourself. Okay, so those are 8 different subjects you can talk about when introducing yourself. I would like you now, as a little bit of homework or a cool exercise, to try introduce yourselves in about 2 or 3 sentences maximum, and in any of the topics we discussed. For example, your family, a hobby, what you study, how old you are, in 2 or 3 sentences. For example, I am Chevy, I'm 23 years old, and I live in Cape Town, but I grew up in London, and I'm studying speech therapy at university. I hope that you found this video useful and that you enjoyed it and you can introduce yourself a bit better now. And I hope to see you soon in the English classes with Mark and Travel.